me tell you something, folks. Noodles cannot have any kids. Why do you think he's 41 years old and he doesn't have any kids? The BERGS is 48 years old. I don't have any kids, but that's by choice, folks. I'm sterile. I'm not impotent. I was married. It's by choice. Always protect myself. That's just the bottom line. Because I made an executive decision in New Jersey in 1988 when I was 15 years old. I never wanted to have any kids. But David Baldo, part of the Baldo Empire of sanitation and agitation and manipulation, he's always wanted to have kids, folks. First off, his real name is not David Baldo. As you know, his mother is 100% Vietnamese. His father met his mother when he was in the Vietnam War. Of course, David Baldo's father was not a real soldier. He was a cook. He was a cook. Okay? And a terrible one at that. Bottom line is this. His real name is not David Baldo, folks. His real name is Fang Fong Dung. So don't call him Mr. Baldo, call him Mr. Dung. D-U-N-G, Dung. But the bottom line is this. He cannot procreate. He cannot have kids, which is a good thing for society, really. I mean, coming from a man who has over 100 guns, over 300 knives. We don't need a sociopathic, narcissistic, psychopathic lunatic procreating. Now, do we? No. And I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about Dave. So the bottom line is this. He is sterile, not just because of his excessive pot use for over 25 years, but because of an old wrestling injury at wrestling camp back in 1995, caused by the king, John Camillo, who was the camp counselor. Basically what happened was this, folks. Noodles was 15 years old. He got out of line. And basically, to make a long story short, King Camillo kicked him with all of his might, all of his power, right in Noodles' nuts. Right in his nutsack. Yeah. And it exploded Noodles' nutsack. He does not have any balls. So when you say, Noodles, you are a coward, you don't have any balls. Like, you know, his friend, his former friend, peg-legged Craig says that all the time. When he says, Dave, you don't have any balls, he really means it. He has no nuts, folks. He is impotent, sterile, and he doesn't have any balls. He cannot procreate. That's the bottom line. Woo!